in order to build a successful balloon business, you have to get the jobs. And that's why today we are talking about marketing, not the balloons themselves, but how do you get people to buy what you're selling? So, this is a group panel discussion, and we are chatting about some obvious and some not obvious ideas that you can use to market your business so you can increase your sales. All right, welcome to this episode. We have our group panelists on today. We have Renisha and Alexandra who are joining me in a conversation about marketing. What works? What doesn't? How are we advertising our businesses? Where are we wasting money? I don't know. I'm not great at this, so I'm glad that I have you two ladies with me. Let's start with introductions. Renisha, why don't you go first? Tell us who you are, and a little bit about your business.
Absolutely. My name is Renisha Davis. I'm the founder and creative director of Chic Balloons. I am in Cedar Hill, Texas. It is Dallas County, so if you're familiar with the Dallas area, been in business since 2021. And just have really been diving in because I like to create, but then we have the boring stuff that we have to master. So yeah, I'm just excited to be here.
Cool, cool. And Alexandra, tell us about you.
Hi guys, I go by Alex. I'm just gonna go by Alex. Is that okay?
Alex. Okay, perfect.
Okay, cool. So I'm Alex. I own Blown Away Decor. We are located in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, which is right outside of Philadelphia. We have been in business since 2023. I'm coming up on 3 years this summer. And yeah,
Cool, cool. So marketing. Let's dive right in, especially because you guys, you haven't been around for 20, 30 years. I think sometimes it's hard for people who have been in business for a really long time to remember like how you got that first client, what worked in the beginning. And that's a lot of the questions that I get from listeners like I don't have any clients. I don't know where to find them. Should I be running ads? Should I be going to the Chamber of Commerce? Like what has worked for you guys?
hi. So what has worked for us in our business, honestly, we haven't had to run any ads yet, which is amazing. It's mostly just word of mouth. I post in local Facebook groups, mom groups. We were in like a women's like chamber of commerce group in the beginning, like when I first started, but I found out just like by posting and word of mouth from our previous clients, that's how we find more of our other clients.
Okay.
And even some, like, parents from my kids' school and stuff like that. I feel like it's all about, like, close connections.
Okay. Radisha, how about you?
So it started off, of course, word of mouth, just trying to get the word out there that I do balloons and tell all your friends and all your family. And now it's moved more to social media, of course, and then Chamber of Commerce. So I'm a member of my chamber, and that's where I found a lot of super beneficial relationships because it got me straight to the people that make the decisions.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
so I found that super rewarding. And another thing is when I was doing all of the word of mouth, I found that I would get a lot of jobs that weren't local.
Okay.
We're driving our van all around, and I don't mind doing installs wherever, but I live in Cedar Hill. I'm raising my family here, and so I want to get the business here first. Um, and
Yeah.
so the tour has really helped me get like all of the local business. So like everybody in Cedar Hill kind of knows who I am now.
Yeah. Cool. Do you have a wrapped van?
It's not rap, but that is, like, number 1 on my priority list.
Yeah. It's expensive. I mean, I think mine was $4,000 and that was like probably like 5 years ago. So that's probably more now. But I would say that's like a really good passive way to market. Like people see it and they're like, oh, we saw your van the other day. We see you everywhere, blah, blah, blah. Even though I'm like, I was just going to Walmart to get like personal stuff, but like they still saw my van. So I feel like the van is a good passive advertisement. It's not free, but it's like a one-time thing that is just it's everywhere. Or even if you're setting up at a fancy event, I feel like it looks cool rolling up in your van and then the other event planners see it. So I feel like that's like my little moving billboard. And even though that's
Right.
not like a marketing expense, in my head it was because I've never had luck with paid advertising. I've never really
Mhm.
seen like a return. I don't know how to do it. I feel like Google makes it so you can't really DIY. You'd have to hire someone. But have you guys had other opportunities or other examples of where you've maybe tried something and it didn't work or where you have spent money and you regret it?
I feel like, one time, honestly, I think it was on Facebook maybe, I paid for, like, an ad to be, like, one of
Mhm.
my posts or one of my Instagram posts that were linked to my Facebook to be broadcasted, I guess, throughout I don't know how many people it was, but I feel like it didn't work, and we get no business from that, and if we do, people are reaching out from, like, other states and, they're just not even, like, our type of clientele.
Yeah.
So, I feel like that's not good, or if you're, like, overly, like, too salesy, I feel like sometimes it's hard to bring in, like, certain clientele for parties, and I just think that's probably the worst. Even
Yeah.
though some people do have a lot of luck with advertising, like paid advertising, um, we haven't really found any luck with that.
Yeah. Renisha, how about you? Anything you've tried? It doesn't even have to be paid advertising. It could be like something you went to that you're just like, this is not,
Oh,
this
yeah,
was
those
not
too.
worth it.
There's some of
Oh,
those.
yeah. I actually agree with Alex on that. I tried the paid ads. It's been a while though, so I can't say that I wouldn't try it again. I would be more strategic in what how I would use them if I did it again.
Okay.
But I would say that's probably the only thing that hasn't really worked for me.
How
If
about
I had a product versus a service, I think about too.
that's the thing.
Maybe
If they could buy it wherever, you could advertise to everyone in the world, but it's like you're advertising to like a little community of people that you're hoping sees it and are having a party coming up. I feel
hmm
like paid ads are hard.
yeah.
What type of in-person events? You mentioned Chamber of Commerce. What type of events have you found to be super effective at marketing your business in person? Quick pause because if you're running a small business and you feel like your brain is holding open 1,000 tiny tabs, this is for you. One of the biggest shifts that I've made in my business and that I've seen successful decorators make over and over is moving from doing everything manually to having a real system behind the scenes. That's why 17 Hats is our exclusive YouTube sponsor for 2026. 17 Hats puts your inquiries, contracts, invoices, questionnaires, emails, and workflows all in one place so you're not chasing clients, forgetting follow ups, or reinventing the wheel every single time someone books. Instead of asking, did I send that and what comes next? Your business just works. The best part, it doesn't make your business feel more robotic. It actually frees you up to do things that you are meant to do, like be creative, work with clients, spend time with your family, and all with less stress. If you're ready to stop duct taping systems together and start operating like a real business, head to 17hats.com to check it out. Once you have a system, everything else gets easier. All right, let's jump back in.
I've been to, like, 1 or 2, like, vendor events, so around us, it's, like, pretty popular now, I'd say. Like,
Okay.
someone will host, like, at a brewery or, like, somewhere cool where you could get, like, a wide range of people that come out and, like, say you do a balloon display or something small just to advertise your work. I've only ever tabled at one vendor event, and I found it was not really successful for
Okay.
me. I just feel like, as, Renisha said, like, we don't like, I'm not bringing all of my, like, balloon decor services with me, you can't really sell on spot. So I feel like that was pretty unsuccessful for us, but, like, if you have, like, a nice little display or maybe with, like, a sign we'll post with, like, our QR code, like, follow us, tag us if you take a photo, I feel like that could be pretty, successful, but if you did, like, an in-person event where other vendors, like candle makers and, like, other people are selling, I feel like in our, industry, it's not really plausible.
Yeah, like you're not going to do a craft fair and sell balloons.
Yeah, no way.
What yeah, I agree, and I feel like anytime I'm there, maybe it's just my personality, but I feel, like, super uncomfortable, like, just standing there at, like, a
Me
wedding show,
too.
like, talking to people. I'm just like, "I wanna die." So, I hate those. But, what you said you've done a couple where you're setting up with other vendors. Is this, like, business to business? Like, are you trying to get other industry people to see your balloons, or who's at these?
So, it's all different industries, like, I know, like, mostly party industries, though, so there'll be, like, a cake person, like, balloon
Mhm.
decor, somebody from a venue may be there, but it's at, like, a chill spot, like, at a brewery or something similar where people will mingle, like, you
Okay.
know, it's not really
Yeah.
aimed towards, like, kids where you would bring, like, like, at a craft fair or something, like, parents bring their kids, but it's more like adults, like, looking around maybe for, like, a wedding or maybe, like, stuff like that, like a bridal shower, just, like, scoping out other vendors while they're there drinking or eating and having a good time. So I think it's a
Yeah.
totally different vibe.
Okay, those are great tips. Renisha, what have you done in person? Like, say that you get invited to a thing. What's the difference between you saying, like, I'm for sure going to go because this is going to be worth it, or I think I'm going to pass?
Who's gonna be in the room for sure. So
Okay.
I want people, do we have business owners, other business owners in the room who are gonna have big, large scale events that are gonna be repeat clients? That's big for me, but I would say I'm cool now at, like, networking and marketing anywhere at the grocery store. We're chatting it up and I'm like, "Hey, do you mind if I, share my car with you?" Or, "I know you have social media, like, can you go follow me?" So I've kind of gotten more comfortable that no matter what environment I'm in as far as networking, I'm okay with talking about Chic Balloons because I'm not selling you, I'm just informing you that I have something that you might need one day.
Yeah. And you don't ever know. I mean, sometimes that
Yep.
mom in the pickup line that you're chatting with is also like the CEO of a huge company. Like,
Yes.
So
or
true.
or it'll be a mom who books you for a birthday party and then they end up being the person who recommends you to their company. Like, I feel
Mhm.
like I obviously love corporate, but I feel like it's almost a myth to just like go after corporate because you just like all those people that work there have private events and baby showers and birthday parties and like I've landed a really big job from like the dumbest little birthday bouquet before, even though that's not like a marketing tactic, but sometimes it is just luck and it's totally random.
Yeah.
That's so
Can we
true.
talk about materials, hard copy materials, and like your I guess more branding and marketing, because I feel like that's kind of the next step. Like, okay, I'm going to this thing. What do I bring? Do you use cards? Do you have like flat little mailer things? Do you like I feel like people get in the weeds in terms of designing and printing stuff. There's those balloon tags, there's stickers, there's all sorts of things. Have you found that any one thing either feels comfortable or actually like works to get people's attention?
I think, for hard, copy, like, stuff like that, we use business cards, like, we just had, like, our logo rebranded and revamped, by some, um, like, a business called Scallop Designs,
Okay.
and it came out gorgeous, so it just I feel like our business cards are super important to just carry around and give to people, and then sometimes, like, in the beginning when I first started, had made some pamphlets on Canva with our QR code and stuff, and I went to some different venues that are local and gave them our stuff, just, like, introducing myself and, like, what we offer, handing them some material if they wanna, like, hand it off to people that are coming to view the
Yeah.
venue, um, and then I
I feel
feel
like
like
that's
once
hard too. I've had venues be like, "Oh yeah, can you send us some information?" And I'm like,
yeah,
what do you want? Do
yeah,
you want
like, "What
like
do you
a
wanna
like a
know?"
brochure or like an email? Like I all the information is on my website. Like I don't know what else to
Yeah.
like send you. So I always just like feel like I dropped the ball on those requests and I'm
I
like,
know
what type of
sometimes you forget
hard
about
good?
stuff like that once people request it and then you're like, "Okay, well, let me think about that," and then you forget to go back to them, but
Yeah.
I feel like when I first started, I felt like that was super important just to get, like, your name out there, I guess, and just
Yeah.
drop off some stuff because I've had a lot of luck with a couple local, like, restaurants and stuff to us, like, we're, like, a preferred vendor there, and when they have, like, a couple come and view for a bridal shower or a baby shower, they will give out our cards, and people will be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we got your name from so and so," so it's pretty successful in that way, and
Yeah.
then I feel like I guess is a hard copy like a website too? Would that be like
I
something
mean, I
like
think,
marketing
yeah, that's
material?
marketing, right?
Yeah, I feel like once we got a website, that really, like, changed the game for us too.
Yeah.
Um, it really, like, launches you into a whole 'nother space and just makes you look so much more professional, or you wanna
Yeah.
bring in, like, corporate clientele and stuff like that, so, I feel like it go either way.
Renisha, anything else in your toolkit of marketing goods?
I'm with Alex again. I feel like we're keeping it old school with the business cards. Like, um, I did try the virtual one for a little bit, but I still prefer the hard copy that I can just kind of give you. And then it does have a QR code that's linked to my link tree.
Okay.
That way
Mm.
thing changes, I can just change it in the link tree without having to like change the whole card as far as the contact
Oh,
information.
that's smart.
Yeah, that's a good
Um
idea.
yeah, and then I also have like a thank you. So I give thank you gifts to my clients. It's just like
Ooh,
a
tell
little
me
Oh,
more.
I love that.
the cute little box. It says thank you on it. And I put some little confetti paper in there. I put a business card, some candy, and I also found these cute little key rings that are shaped like a balloon dog.
Okay.
So that's in there. And then I also have a postcard that has a link to sign up for my newsletter and to leave a Google review.
Okay.
Oh, I
And
love that.
yeah, and I just think it's such a nice touch,
I do love
it
that.
a lasting impression. And then I found that a lot of people have been finding me on Google, so it's working.
Yeah. And you're handing this to them as you leave the job?
Or
That's smart.
sometimes I get there, just depend. I try to fill it out, and the biggest thing is to not forget it at
Yeah,
home
right.
or in the van. I've done that, like left and got home and was
I like
like,
that. I like that idea. That seems really nice, and I
I
feel like
love
that would
that.
be
That's awesome.
I can't imagine that's something that a lot of vendors are doing, so I think you'd stand out immediately. Oh, you know what? I just had an idea too. Well, I didn't have an idea. I'm stealing it from someone else. That's all I do. I was at a networking thing where it was all industry people. It was like it's a local thing, but there were probably 100 different, photographers, DJs, whatever, all at a venue. And one of the women who was just like there attending walked around and gave everyone a gift. She gave it was like a little I don't know, drawstring little baggie, and it had like a couple of teas in it. Like it was just, I mean, I think tea is like 2 cents per tea bag. So she had little teas and then her card in there and like something cute. I don't know. And she just walked around and gave everybody, instead of just a business card, it was like, it felt really nice. It's still in my purse. And it was just, it
Nice.
had never occurred to me to go to a networking event and give little gifts to all the people that were there. Like I don't know, it
Mhm.
seems so simple, but I've always thought like, oh, you're trying to meet people, or maybe if you're hosting the event, you'd have a little favor that you'd give people. But this woman just took it upon herself to pass out these little favors. And it was, I mean, I was pretty impressed. I thought that was pretty smart. And it gave her something to do while she was there versus the rest of us who just kind of like awkwardly stand there and make conversation. I could tell she was like on a mission to give everybody one of these little things. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It was smart. I really liked it.
That's
Yeah, that's a
genuine. I like that.
Yeah.
It
people
probably
love
worked well in
and
her favor.
yeah.
I know. I still have it. I was like, I'll take anything free. I go to those things and I'm like, I'm getting all the food. I'm getting the little favor. I'm getting all the things to make my time feel really, really worth it. But I like that. I think gifts are a good idea and nothing like crazy. I like that you said it's like candy, a business card, and a keychain. I feel like sometimes you give these over the top gifts and then you're like mad that
Mhm.
someone doesn't say thank you or doesn't remember. It's like everyone's busy. Like
Mhm.
you don't want to have to them be indebted to you or whatever because you gave them something. Um, okay, let's talk about sales because ultimately that's the goal, right? Like we want our marketing to result in sales. Do you do anything to track that? Like, do you do anything to keep track of, I did this and it resulted in this, or I met this person here and then they bought balloons from me? Like, do you keep track of anything in a formalized way, or is it all just throwing spaghetti at the wall?
Definitely not in a formalized way. I feel like I don't track that at all. But sometimes I'll like remember the connection or like if somebody like I met someone recently at a doctor's appointment for my daughter and they just reached out and they were like, "Oh, like I met you like it was months ago." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, okay." So it's like something like that just because I had a shirt on with my business name on it while I was out and about. But I don't really track like anything like that. Like if I go to like an event and somebody books me from that, I feel like I sometimes don't track that.
Yeah. Renisha, how about you? Is there any way to even do that? I don't know.
I do check my analytics, but maybe like once a month.
Okay.
So the social media analytics,
Mhm.
so that I can see what worked, what didn't.
Okay.
Uh, I find that whenever I'm giving a balloon tip, they eat it up.
Okay.
But it's like I can't give you all the gems, okay? So I just do that every now and then. Um, Another way is on my form. I do have like, how did you find me? That's how I know that Google's been working.
Yeah.
And I did set it as like it's a required question, so they
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't.
have that too.
Yeah, that's really smart. That's simple. I have that too, but I kind of
Yeah.
forget. I
Me
kind of
too.
forget. But this year, actually, I something has happened now that I'm in my 10th year. so many jobs are repeat. Like, I've started knowing the people's names, and I have a pretty big business. Like, it's not like I just know everybody I'm delivering to, and that's the worst when someone's like, "You did my daughter's baby shower 8 years ago." I'm like, "I have no idea who you are." Like, I'm sorry,
Mhm.
but, like, I have no memory. But now think I told my husband, I have a pretty big week. I think I have 8 jobs, and 7 of them are repeat. And they're, like, significant. So I think even having that, "How did you hear about us?" I'm seeing that, repeat customer, and that I mean, I don't think that's marketing because 'cause I'm not doing anything to get them, but I do think it is important to have that, even if it is just in your memory of, like, "Where did this person come from? What's work" I like that. I like how, Renisha, you said that, like, what's working? That's what I'm looking at. What's working and converting. But I do think it is hard to track, like, "Oh, I met them at a networking event, and their cousin is friends with my
Mhm.
daughter's T-ball coach." Like, sometimes it is just random, and it's luck, but
Yeah.
sometimes if it's just straight from Google, that's not luck, that's important. Or
Yeah, that's also
AI, sometimes I'm getting people saying ChatGPT recommended me, and that is like
What? That's
Wild
Well,
West. I have no
wild.
idea.
yeah, I got one person that told me they found me through ChatGPT, and I was like, "Wow,
I
that was."
know. And everything I research of, like, how to make that better, it's kind of just like all the same stuff. Like, make sure your website's updated. Make sure you're
Mhm.
feeding ChatGPT, stuff about your business, I guess. I don't know. I can't keep up with everything, but that is a new one that I've started getting. Or the van. Some people see my van and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. The van once I got my van wrapped, I feel like that was amazing too. Like, people randomly call it, which sometimes I don't like to take random calls, but once they leave a message, they'll be like, "Oh, we saw you driving and we
Yeah.
wanna see what you offer." Like, that's
I
so
know, I feel like
crazy,
half
but
the
it's
time though,
so
I'm like
cool.
I have no makeup on and I'm like holding a mug of coffee and like
Oh my god,
swerving off
looking
the road. I'm
insane, I
like, "Oh, I
know.
forget I'm in a wrapped van."
Yeah.
Like, "Oh no, they know exactly who I
You
am."
driving
And
it everywhere,
Yeah.
Sarah?
what'd you
Like,
say?
Or are you driving it outside of jobs too?
No, but I feel like I'm always stopping to get something or it's like I gotta, going to Home Depot and
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I'm always on my way to a job and I'm always driving poorly. I'm always spilling something. My van
oh my gosh.
looks like someone lives in there. It's a sight to be seen.
Mine too, honestly.
Let's talk about marketing goals because I think a lot of this is not necessarily always what we are doing, but I also like just sharing ideas, maybe things that you one day want to do or will do or next steps. Like for me, I think one of my marketing goals would be when my kids are both in school full time and I'm ready to ramp up a little. I think I will pay someone. Like, I think I will pay someone to run Google ads because I don't know how to do that. I also, right now, it's like, doesn't make sense to pour money in that if I know that I also don't have a business big enough to support more requests. So I'm kind of holding off. But one day, I think one of my marketing strategies will be to just do paid Google ads.
That's a good one. The woman that does my website does, like, marketing and stuff on Google, and I always think, I'm like, I should try and utilize it, but I always put it on the back burner because,
Hmm.
I'm, like, my only employee
Yeah.
besides, using HoneyBook and whatever else I do for that, but
Well, right, because
to
I
take
think Google ads work, but you have to be
Mhm.
careful because you're like, okay, well, I'm spending $1,000 in Google ads and it's bringing in $2,000 worth of work. So now I'm busier and I'm selling everything essentially at 50% off because I had to it's you spend
Yeah,
money to get the client and you still have to do the job. So it can be a slippery slope. I think numbers can be confusing and people can think like they're working. It's like, right, but you're paying
you're
for
spending
the
money
work
to
and
get
you
that
still have to
business to
do it.
come
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way, and I feel like maybe in a couple years, once my kids are in school as well, I feel like if I wanna ramp up like, right now, I feel like in a good spot, but, like, if I wanna ramp up one day, I feel like paying somebody would probably be the best bet as well.
Yeah.
Just because Google makes it so hard too. Like, I've tried to
Oh,
dive
yeah.
into
I
it to
don't
help
think
a
they
bit,
want
and it's
regular
like it's
people
different
doing
language.
ads. Like Facebook, they want like the
So hard.
average person doing it. I think Google purposely keeps it a little bit trickier so like everyone's not on there screwing up the searches or that's just what I think.
Oh,
But
maybe, yeah.
Renisha, how about you? Are you a van? Is that your number one? Getting the wrap on your van?
That's been on my list since I bought the van.
Okay.
I wanna get this thing wrapped, but I just haven't done it. So, yeah, that's absolutely number 1. And then eventually, like you said, hiring somebody to take over really all of the marketing, social
Okay.
media, keeping the website up to date with holidays and all that fancy stuff, so that I can focus on creating the products, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Cool. And you reminded me of another one too. Your shirt. I need to get new
Oh,
I need to get
Yes.
new shirts. I mean, that's like
That's
I don't know if that's
nice.
a stretch for marketing, but it's an expense and it's a paid advertisement, and I put all of my business shirts through the washer and dryer with a ballpoint pen. So they literally all got ruined in one
Oh,
load of
no.
laundry. I was also
No.
pregnant the last time I got shirts made, so they're bigger. I just need to do like a full update of my wardrobe, and I feel like I keep putting it off, but it's actually pretty important. Like, I have to go to a site visit today and I'm going to wear this hot pink sweater because it's what I'm wearing versus wearing you have like a nice polo. I think something
Yeah,
like
that's
that is so
nice.
simple and so like I could get that done today. I'm not going to, but I could. And I just keep putting it off. So I think some of that, like that visibility, that branding, that it's like the shirt, get a hat. Oh, I have a hat. Maybe I'll wear a baseball cap. But marketing doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, we've even talked about our least effective ways of marketing have actually been spending money. It's always been the face-to-face things that seem to pay off. Um, well, let's wrap up. We're already at, almost a half an hour here. If you are giving encouragement to someone who's brand new, like they just want to start and they like the balloons, but they can't even get that first job, where can they market that you think is the best place to start?
Honestly, when you're first starting, it can be a little discouraging trying to find your first clients and trying to find your niche like within the community. But I think posting on local groups is very important and just keep practicing because if people see that you can do more jobs, maybe different themes, and I mean, it'll be a little bit of an investment at first once you buy the actual balloon material and stuff like that. But then once you can create bigger installs and post on local pages, you will get more clients. They'll come eventually,
Yeah, absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah. I would say tell all your friends and family,
Mm,
everybody, I balloons. If you need balloons, here's what I can do. You may have to do some free stuff, which it
Yeah.
sucks, but I
and you
still
can take pictures of the free stuff. Like, you can make free stuff for yourself. My first website, all the pictures were fake. Like, all the pictures were things I made in my basement. I set them up myself. Like, I didn't have marketing photos. I didn't have experience. Like, but
Mhm.
my tip would be make what you wanna sell. Don't do some, like, crazy elaborate delivery piece if what you actually wanna do is arches, right? Like, spend the time, make an arch. Um, and I love that. Post it. Tell everybody about it and post it online,
Everybody.
and I
Yep.
Yeah,
agree.
keep talking
They
about
could.
it.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, thank you. Real quick before we wrap up, where can everybody find you if they want to check out either your Instagram or your website? They want to see the things that we were chatting about today.
You can find me on my website. It's www.blownawaydecor.com, or I'm on Instagram as well. It's blownawaydecor, and then I think it's an underscore after it.
Okay.
Cool.
And you can find Chic Balloons online at chicballoonsdtx.com. And then I am on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Chic Balloons DTX.
Everywhere. Very cool. Well, thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate it. And I will speak to you soon.
Thank
Bye.
you. Have a good
Thanks,
day.
Sarah.
Sarah, nice meeting you.
Yeah, same.
See you, Alex.